I'm back with some more Bannerlord. Today, I'm revisiting the Trial of the Seven Kingdoms. If you don't know what this mod is, it's a Game of Thrones overhaul mod. And, I mean, it is an overhaul mod. It comes with hundreds of armors. It's completely changed the map. It's completely changed all the factions and everything. You've seen my first video. I labeled it, is this the biggest Bannerlord mod? Because I still think this is one of the biggest mods in the game so far. And recently, they've released a 1.7 update for the mod, and it's got some decent changes in it, which I'll be taking a look at. This video will mainly focus on all the new changes, so if you want to see what else the mod adds, I'll leave a link in the description to my previous video so you can check that out. But let's jump in and take a look at what's new. Okay, so I'm in the game, and we kind of spawned underwater. This isn't good. We're gonna drown. Oh no. Maybe that's just a bug with Sandbox or something. So we took a look at this map in the previous video, and let's check out what's new. So in the newest update, we actually have Castle Black. So one of the main things that was added this, I noticed it in the previous video that the Night's Watch, I believe they had troops in place, but there was no actual Night's Watch faction or anything, and the wall was just blank, I believe. But this time round, we actually have Castle Black with the makeshift elevator going up. And then you got a couple villages belonging to Castle Black. So if we take a look at the Night's Watch faction, you can see Joe Mormont's the leader of it. No surprise, the one and only Joe Mormont. I mean, poor guy got taken out by his own men. What a way to go, eh? Probably one of the worst ways, your own men turning on you and executing you, man. I mean, it doesn't help that the Night's Watch is like 90% criminals. Who would have thought they'd turn on you, eh? But they did. And then also, you have Alistair Thorne as a vassal of the Night's Watch. You'll also notice, though, no Jon Snow. Where's Jon Snow, you may ask? So, this mod, Jon Snow is actually still a part of House Stark. So, this is just before, as you can see, the description says his goal is to be like his uncle and a man of the Night's Watch. So, you can see this is probably just before he goes off and joins them. Which is fair enough. Can't complain at the timeline you pick. But the interesting question is, what Benjen Stark doing? So I think maybe Benjen Stark needs to move over to the Night's Watch. I don't know. Maybe they haven't moved him over because the Night's Watch faction didn't exist and they just haven't moved him over yet. Or maybe the intention was to keep him part of House Stark. I'm not entirely sure. So who knows? But I would have thought personally, I would have thought he would have, because he does eventually become First Ranger of the Night's Watch. So maybe he just needs to be moved over. So since we're talking about the Night's Watch, let's take a look at the Night's Watch troop tree. So you start off with the Night's Watch recruit, and then you got your Rangers then, which is just entirely archers. It looks pretty cool. They come with their own custom Night's Watch sword. And then also you have the Ranger armor, their own unique armor. And then down the other side then you have a footman. You can choose to become a cavalry. Oh, is he flying off to with that cape? Oh no, and then he loses the cape. And now the cape's back. But you can see they got these custom Night's Watch swords and then spear. And then we have the infantry then. And it's similar armors. These guys' capes are down. That's because they're on horseback, you know, when you're traveling that fast on a horse, you just look like you're flying. It blowing in the wind. Oh, wait. So that's pretty much the troop tree. You can see the nice custom armors. I like minor details like this, where you've got like a dagger in your belt. You've got the straps of the thing coming over, so you can see that the armor actually comes together nicely, and it looks pretty good. So next up, we have the Iron Islands. I didn't notice this was missing from when the first video. A few of you actually did. You left comments about them missing, but I actually did not notice. So now we've got Pike, ruled by the Ironborn. And you can see they've created this like land bridge as a way to cross over because there's no like ships or anything like that. But you can see the design of Pike is pretty cool. Like this is the main castle bit, but they've added this onto the as an extension of it, just to add to the art style, which I think is actually pretty good looking. So you got the Iron Islands Kingdom, leader of them, Balon Greyjoy. No surprise there. We check out his clan. You can see his daughter, son. I wonder Euron is in the game. Maybe did I spell it right? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he's not in the game. But you'll notice Theon Greyjoy is a part of the Ironborn. So I'm just trying to work out a timeline of this, because I think the rebellion was Theon taken quite young. So at this point in the show, anyway, I'm not familiar with the books. Was Theon at this point part of House Stark? I'm not entirely sure. So here we got the Ironborn troop tree. If we take a look at the recruit, you can see already from the recruit that the Ironborn, the custom logo on the armor, which is pretty cool. And then obviously as we pick infantry, we get heavier and heavier. That looks like one of the Rohan helmets. Or was that just me? But you can see the armor just gets bulkier as they go down, and then you got the Saltborn, which comes with a heavy executioner's axe. Or you have a Reaver, which is your sword and shield. And then you got your cavalry line. I wonder how effective Ironborn cavalry would be. Knowing that you're permanently on an island and you always travel by boat, is it feasible to have lots of cavalry or not? Would you have had cavalry? I don't know. And then again, you have the archers then that just get more like heavier armor, and again, rocking that custom logo. That's the Ironborn. So another change that they've done in 1.7 is you can just rock up to some dude. So here we got Sir Barristan Selmy, one of the greatest to ever live, in his Kingsguard armor. We just stroll up and we're like, yo, I'm Gwaggles. And can I join? And boom. We are now serving Sir Barristan Selmy. But what they've done is they've integrated Freelancer, so you don't need to download it separately and have it on. It is now integrated into the mod itself. So you can now join these factions. Warband did it a lot. A lot of mods integrated Freelancer, and it's nice to see this do it as well. So it just saves you that hassle of having to get it yourself and make sure it all works and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. And now we just gamble our life away. Oh man. We lost. What are the odds of that? Oh, 5 gold to release us from a life of service. Oh, that's not a bad deal, actually. So another thing that's been added in this update is Thens. So Thens There's now 10 bandit parties, I believe, that seem to be roaming around. Here you can see some 10 cannibals, free roaming Westeros. I mean, where's the Night's Watch, man? You gotta take them out. So another thing that I believe is new in this update is when it comes to cavalry, I think horses have now been given custom armors to reflect the house they belong to. So here I'm just looking at the Aaron, House Aaron's troop tree. And you can see the horse reflects the colors of House Aaron, and I'm assuming it'd be a House Aaron logo, maybe possibly on the side or something. Can't quite see it in this view. So here's actually a better look at this. We can see I got my horse. Here's the veil. This is the custom horse armor for the veil. There's a Targaryen one. Looks pretty cool with the plate at the front. Coloring. We got a Lannister one with the gold. I believe the model of the armor is pretty much the same. It's just changed the decoration for each house. What I didn't notice until just now, they also have some plating on the actual legs. You see some gold plates on each leg. We also have a House Blackfire. Hey, that red trim is actually pretty nice. Probably have some more somewhere. The other houses maybe aren't known for having quite heavy cavalry. Got a Baratheon one here. This has less plating because I'm assuming armored, whereas so reinforces the high tier. Only certain factions have that. You can see there's less plating. So if I look at like a veil one, and compared, you can see the plating on the back and the face compared to this one where there's just a basic plate over the head. We have a House Tyrell one. But you can see they've just added more horse armors to the game, which is pretty cool. Bulk out your horse as well. And you can recreate that epic Knights of the Vale cavalry charge with your custom colors and everything. So I believe that's the main changes of the 1.7 update. Apologies if I've missed something, but I don't think I've missed any of the big changes. I think everything else now is some minor, there's some minor armor changes, troop balancing and stuff like that, which would take quite a while to go through. So I think I've covered the main changes, but if I've missed something out, just let me know in the comments. But this mod, it gets better and better every update. Some of the key things that were pointed out as missing last time have now been added, like Night's Watch Iron Island. So it's making good progress and still looking like one of the best Bannerlord mods. All we need now is we just gotta wait until like custom maps get introduced, because I don't think custom maps are introduced yet. So then that way you can actually be sieging what looks like King's Landing and stuff, which would be pretty cool. But that's it for this mod spotlight into Trial of the Seven Kingdoms 1.7. As always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya!